I'm something. I'm something different. So, guys, I was watching Scream 6. I didn't go to the theater, of course. As you can see, I'm in my room now making this video. But I'm watching it as a, like, bootleg. Because that's how I watched the fifth one. And I can't go see the new one in theaters. Well, I could, but, yeah, I don't feel like it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just watch it that way. And when the Blu-ray comes out, I'll watch it officially. Well, when it comes out on Paramount Plus, it's like 45 days after the release. I'll see the movie HD. Okay? Just for now, watch it bootleg so I can at least see the film and know who the killers are and all that. So don't spoil it. Anyway, today's video, we're going to be showing my Stephen King collection update video. So let me set my phone down. I didn't set them up. I just wanted to make that intro real quick. I'm setting them up right now. I messed up my horror movie DVD collection for you guys. Like, I messed up all the horror films I had to get all the Stephen King stuff so I can make this video. My horror collection, it's in shambles, Cindy. Okay. Let's grab all these. You guys, real quickly, want to see what I got? The original. And I had this one, but I got the original for around Valentine's Day. There he is, My Bloody Valentine on DVD. I have seen the movie before. That's why I wasn't in such a rush to own it. Because I already seen it and there's ways to watch it. But I'm like, $5, I'll get it. It's time to set up the rest of my DVD collection. My horror DVDs. I love horror movies. They're so good. With all the blood, guts, shit on these movies. People get sliced into pieces. This ain't no freaking movie. Oh, but yes it is. You see, the thing about horror movies, the killer should always live. Okay, setting up the bottom row. And here we go. Stephen King collection, Sydney's. Here we go. Stephen King collection 2023. I did give you a new edition. Not a lot from last time I knew, but I did get a few new ones. Let me turn my fan back on. It's hot. I was gonna turn it off because y'all can't hear me with the fan on, but it's too hot to have it off. Okay, here we go. Hope I spelled Stephen King right. The title, I did. I always thought it was Steven, Stephen. But first, we're gonna start with, y'all guys know how I had the, like, one that was a collection? Like, it had, like, Storm of the Century and a bunch of other movies. Well, I got rid of that one, because I saw this at the Goodwill. It was a lot cheaper than that set. It was like $2. I got that set for out of the like $7 bin, so that's a few dollars cheaper just to have it on its own. Dang, this is a long. Is that all? I actually haven't seen this, but is that all of the miniseries? Dang, this ain't a miniseries, it's a television series. if that's all of it, there's 30 parts. There's the special features. There's the disc. Looks ugly. You know how disc art looks nowadays. And I got 1408, which I think I did show y'all before. Which has flip cover. There's the spine. It says 2 discs, but it's just 1 disc inside. There it is. Got it used for $1 from a place I go to called Computers Plus. The original Children of the Corn with Peter Horton and Linda Hamilton. That's right, Sarah Connor. I heard there is a new remake. I heard it's bad. Like there's a remake. There's a remake before the one that came out this year, and I hear that remake's better. And I do have almost every Children of the Corn movie. I just need Genesis, Runaway, and the original remake, and I might get the new remake. It depends. Depends on if it gets physically released, which it might. And it'll be 2 cents when it releases. Now I got Children of Corn Collection, which has Children of Corn 2, The Final Sacrifice, Children of Corn 3, Urban Harvest, Children of the Corn 4, The Gathering, Children of the Corn 5, Fields of Terror, Children of the Corn 666, Isaac's Return, and Children of the Corn Revelation. Is it Revelation or Revolution? Revelation. It's probably Revelation. Ow! I just poked myself. Part of my bed frame is broke, but sorry guys, I had to pause it. My dog was barking. Anyway, there's the disc for 6 and 7. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 are on the flip-sided disc thing. When I get the rest, I'll probably not do another Stephen King collection. I'll probably just do a Children of Corn collection. When I get the rest. I'll do a Stephen King collection if I get more other stuff besides just Children of Corn to update the collection. The Mist. This is the movie that Stephen King said the ending to the movie version he would have never came up with. People said it scared Stephen King. Anyway, there's the special features. Did this one have special features? No, it's bare bones, man. Bare bones. This one has special features for disc 1. It has John Cusack on 1408. Inside Room 1408 and the theatrical trailer. That's what's on disc 1, which is all I have because I got that used. This one has all that. Okay. There's the disc. Looks beautiful. And then Stephen King movie and TV collection, which is this huge box set. It has The Stand, The Langoliers, Golden Years, The Dead Zone, Pet Cemetery, Stephen King's Silver Bullet, and Stephen King's Graveyard Shift. All on their own individual DVDs. So, there's the front. You can see all the titles. Some of these I have individually, and I'm fine. Like, if I do ever get the new stand, I'm going to use that for the collection video. There's a new stand miniseries. So, if I ever get this new Stephen King The Stand on DVD, I'm going to use the separate version for the collection video. But I do have extra in case something happens to that disc. Okay, Langoliers. I mainly wanted it for all the Stephen King stuff I didn't have. Like Langoliers, Golden Years, Dead Zone, Silver Bullet, and Graveyard Shift. Those are the reasons I wanted this set. Pet Cemetery and The Stand I already have. Those are like extra in case something happens to those DVDs. Like, I haven't even popped. I think I popped that one in, but I haven't popped this one in. This one's just been sitting collecting dust because I used the separate DVDs, but I wanted it for everything else. So yeah, there we go. Okay, guys, so there was that Stephen King box set. Like I said, Pet Cemetery and The Stand, I don't need in that box set. I have them right here. But that box set, I'm keeping those versions in there just in case, like, say I drop one of these discs and they, like, fall on the ground and get all scratched or they break or something. I have those and I can just take them out of that box and put them in there. So yeah, Stephen King, It, the original 1990s miniseries. People call this the original It that started it all. But it technically wasn't. Actually, it wasn't. It says It the movie. I forgot where I got that from. Oh, my Pennywise hat. It the movie. This was a miniseries. It wasn't exactly a movie. Now, the edited version, there is a version of the original It 1990s miniseries where parts 1 and part 2 are combined into one. Like, they take It Chapter, well, what people call It Chapter 2, but it's really part 2 of the miniseries where they're adults, and they edit it into, together with the footage from the original part 1 where they're kids, and you get a longer It movie. And that could be called It the Movie, but this was a miniseries, not really exactly a movie. It was it was technically a movie, but it wasn't a movie, if that makes sense. It was a miniseries. It aired on. They don't even say. Based on the 1986. Dang, that book is old. 1986 bestseller. Dang, Pennywise, you're an old boy. Shut up, boy, or I'll eat your soul. Okay, special feature. Full-length audio commentary by Dennis Christopher. Isn't that... No. I know one of the people on here died, so I don't know how they would get audio commentary with them. Tim Reed, John Ritter, Richard Thomas, and director Tommy Lee Wallace. That's the only special feature. Ugh, there's hair inside the box. But minus that hair inside the box, there's what the plot is if you don't know and you only know the It movie that came out in 2017. Basically the same plot. It's a bunch of kids go to the Loser Club. They have to team up together to stop him. And then Georgie died. One of their brothers, Georgie, dies in the beginning. Actually, in the beginning, at first, Pennywise kills a girl, and then he kills Georgie in this version. And then it's basically the same exact thing as the 2017 one, but minus like the scene where they're jumping in the lake and all that in the 2017 one. That's not in here. But majority of the 2017 one and the 1990s miniseries happen in both incarnations because they're both based on the same book. Just Pennywise doesn't look like that in the book. Stephen King says that version of Pennywise is more accurate to the book than the Tim Curry one. Like, he said the 2017 It is more accurate to how Pennywise looks when he's in his clown form and not when he's a giant spider. Anyway, there's the back with the... Dang, they love the adults. They're showing the adults on the front and the adults on the back. They don't show the kids. The Kid Loser Club. And then It 2 film collection. I had It 1 individually. I got rid of it when I got this double feature box set, which is fine. Includes featurette. It 2017 has no special features whatsoever. There's this one. Well, there's It 2017, and there's It Chapter 2. And I have a little tag from a Pennywise bag I have, which I showed in the It haul video one time. If you want to see that bag, go check out the It haul video. Misery with James Caan and Kathy Bates. It's a film about a writer. Hold on. I have seen it, I just don't remember exactly, so I gotta read the plot. A heart-stopping fiscal thriller. Joel Siegler, this Academy Award-winning film is one of the best time horror movies ever. Adaptation from a Stephen King story, this unforgettable film will draw you into a harrowing game played between two cunning minds, one as sharp as a tack, and the other as blunt as a sledgehammer. Novelist Paul Selton, James Caan, doesn't remember the blinding blizzard that sent his car spinning off the road. All he remembers is waking up in the house of Annie Wilkes, Kathy Bates, a maniacal fan who is bent on keeping her favorite writer as her personal prisoner for the rest of his cock-a-doodle life. Reading that, it does draw memories. It's about a writer who can't get a break. It's what they should just put shortly on there. But yeah, I have seen Misery in the past. I have it on DVD. This is actually not the original cover. I like this artwork one more. I think it's just that image underneath. Let's see. What is underneath? Misery. That's the image underneath. But I like this one a lot more. I like the hand-drawn images. I have something like this on the Killer Clowns from and the Return of the Living Dead Part 1 DVDs. Where there's these cardboard sleeves and underneath it's the real cover. You know what? I see them right here. Let me show y'all. Like this. So, on the disc, like under this, you get the original artwork, I think, that was theatrically released. So, you get that artwork. But, I like to keep this in there because I don't have a place to keep stories. I have the same with Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's just the image of, like, the clown zoomed in. It's a little bit darker. I think you can see it on the spine. Well, there's Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I need to make an updated horror movie collection where I show every horror film I have. But I got too many, guys. That's why y'all probably been asking for that video, and I probably haven't made. And I didn't make it because I have too many damn horror movies. Pardon my French. And they're not all on the same shelf. Anyway, so yeah, Misery, from what I remember, good movie. I need to watch it again. The Stand. It's a 4-part miniseries. Part 1 is called The Plague, Part 2 is called The Dreams, Part 3 is called The Betrayal, and Part 4 is called Okay, there's what the movie's about. Well, the special is about. Yes, you could technically consider the miniseries, not the special. I guess you could technically consider miniseries as movies. If not, there's what the show is about. Okay, same disc that's in that set, up there. The Pet Cemetery one is actually a different disc art. I'll let you know that because Pet Cemetery is next. Pet Cemetery, the original cult classic. I got the special collector's edition and Pet Cemetery 2 in this double feature. There's the special features. You notice a lot of these so far I haven't showed special features. It's because they're bare bones. Misery's bare bones. Dan is bare bones. It Chapter 1's bare bones. I am excited though for Welcome to Derry. If they do make a Blu-ray of that when it comes out next year, I will add it to my Stephen King collection. I don't have many Blu-rays, so I want Welcome to Derry to be the first Blu-ray in the Stephen King collection. And I think my first Blu-ray TV show. Most of the TV shows I have on DVD. Actually, all of them I do. But anyway, there's the special features, and there's the special feature for the second one, theatrical trailer. I didn't really like Pet Cemetery 2 that much. I know people that do, but I didn't really care for it. For me, the Pet Cemetery movie you should watch is the original. Like, there's the disc. Okay, let's compare it. So there's that disc. And then this one has this one. There's the disc that they have. I like that one more. But anyway, there they are. And then we got the 2009 Pet Cemetery remake, which people keep asking me if I've seen the extended cut. I got the DVD here, which does not have the extended cut. I heard it's way better than what the actual theatrical film was. The actual film, I enjoyed it for what it was. It wasn't exactly based on a novel by Stephen King. They changed stuff, like instead of the boy being hit by a semi, it's the girl, and the boy, it's just a normal kid. Well, the girl is the one that gets hit by the semi. If you've seen Pet Cemetery, you know what I'm talking about. The girl, his sister, is the one that gets hit this time. But at least the old guy still has his famous line. Sometimes dead is better. But I enjoyed it for what it was. A new telling on Pet Cemetery. It's a different take. Cause I think people were getting sick of, like, every Pet Cemetery related thing was talking about, like, the boy who was hit by a semi. And he, like, ends up, like, being a Chucky-like kid. So I think people were tired of that. So when they made this, it was probably refreshing. I know people that hate it, but I used to hate it. But the more I watched it throughout the time of me having this DVD. I grew to like it. It's not the best Stephen King remake, but it's not the worst. If you want to know my least favorite Stephen King remake, I don't own it, but I was mentioning it earlier. It's the original Children of Corn remake. I seen that on TV and I'm like, what the freak is this thing? Ugh. Maybe it might be something I got right here. I'm not going to spoil the title, but maybe it's something I got right here. Okay, that kind of spoils the title. Anyway, Idris Elba and Matthew McGillicuddy in The Dark Tower. Which, did y'all guys know there's actually technically a Pennywise Easter egg in this film? In the film there's a scene where they go to a place called Pennywise's Funhouse. I would actually been happy, although it's from Sony, not Warner Bros. But still, if they kind of like, Pennywise has appeared in other stuff besides it, with the official look, like that, and like that. He was in Jeepers Creepers Reborn, looking like that. He wasn't exactly really Pennywise. He was a guy in a Pennywise costume, but still, they could have had like a guy walk out in a Pennywise costume and be like, "Hoo hoo hoo, you float too, Georgie. Hoo hoo hoo, you float too, Georgie." And they're like, "You're not the real Pennywise. Pennywise don't act like that." "Yes, I am. You float too. You float too." This came out the same year as the It remake, 2017. Well, it's the first one, It 2017, or It Chapter 1, as we call it now. Anyway, it has blooper reel, the Men in Black, and the Gunslinger. I'll let you read what those other parts of the titles mean. Okay. Christine, 16. I'm surprised there are not 16 Christine movies. We got freaking like 10 or 11 Children of the Corns. Anyway, there's the quotes at the bottom. I have no idea what special features they are, 'cause I don't know what happened to the backing. But there they are. So you can pause to read that. They want to remake this movie with the Tesla. And I think that's really, not kind of, it is. It's really stupid. Okay, here's the backing. And then there's the disc. No back art. Like, for it being a steelbook, no art in the back. I think there is just like an autograph-like thing. Nope, not even that. It's just a red backing. Steelbooks have got lazy. Steelbooks got lazy. But, as y'all notice, most of Stephen King stuff is DVD. This is Blu-ray. If the new one comes out, I'm probably gonna get that one on DVD and probably never open it. So, Carrie with Sissy Speck, and introducing, yeah, that's right, very brand new actor, we have never heard of him before, John Travolta. I know, guys, this movie was John Travolta's first film. I'm just making a gig out of it. But there we go. John Travolta's first film was in Carrie. That was his first, like how Johnny Depp's first film was Nightmare on Elm Street. John Travolta's was Carrie. The original. Which I gotta admit, I didn't see this until I got the Blu-ray. I know, I never seen the Carrie original film until I got the Blu-ray. But I did see the 2013 one, because that's all I had. I mean, look at the condition of the box. You could tell I did watch the crap out of this, kind of wanted a Carrie fix. I didn't have the original. And now that I've seen the original, this movie ain't as good as I thought it was. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's Pet Sematary is the new Pet Sematary. I have to admit, it's better than this remake. But it's not the worst Stephen King remake. Like I said, the worst one, in my opinion, is the Children of the Corn remake, the first remake. I haven't seen the new one, and I probably might never. If I don't hate me. I'm not feminist, because the movie's all about females. It's just, I heard it then. I don't know if I'm going to check it out. I mean, I hear it's worse than some of the recent bad horror movies would have. I hear it's worse. I hear the new Pet Sematary, Children of Corn, is worse than the Wrong Turn remake. Like, people would rather watch the Wrong Turn remake again. That's what they're saying. They would rather watch the Wrong Turn remake over the new Children of Corn. It's that bad. Like, they saw in the movie and they're like, nope, I watched that new Wrong Turn. At least that had a little bit of entertainment. And then I got the franchise that Stephen King, the movie that Stephen King originally hated. I say originally because he grew to like it over the years. But he originally hated Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. Stephen King hated this film. He said it was nothing like the book he wrote. They changed characters' names. Like, what was his name? I think it was Jack Torrance. That was his name in the book. Here's Johnny. But over the years, Stephen King grew to like it to a point that there was a sequel made. to the book and to the film. This film, not the miniseries that Stephen King did, which I don't know where to find it. I might get it, but I hear it's a bad miniseries. But yeah, when we get to that, we'll get to it. The sequel. But there are the special features. Sort of. I don't consider like doubly digital master from restored elements or whatever as a special feature. Or the soundtrack thing. Special features start with the word behind the scenes. So let's go there. Behind the scenes documentary and all that. Wait a minute. The guy's name ain't even Stanley Kubrick's. It's director Vivan Kubrick's. With commentary by director Vivan Kubrick's. His name ain't even Stanley. It's probably like Stephen King's own. If I remember, Stephen King's real name ain't Stephen King. Or is that Dr. Seuss? One of them don't have their real name. Their real name ain't what their book name is. But anyway, there's the disc. And then we get to the sequel, Dr. Sleep, which you can tell later on Stephen King liked it, because this being a sequel to the Stanley Kubrick's film, it actually has the word Stephen King at the top. Stephen King's Dr. Sleep. The next chapter in this shining story. It has a Jack Nicholson look-alike, because Jack Nicholson has been like retired from Hollywood for a long time, but a lot of people don't know that. But so they have a Jack Nicholson look-alike playing Jack Torrance, and they even call him Jack Torrance, so you can tell it's a sequel to the Stanley Kubrick's film. And Stephen King allowed them to put Stephen King, so he must like it. That one now. Based upon the novel by Stephen King, it actually is based on a Dr. Sleep novel, which some people probably didn't know. They probably just thought they made it up for shits and giggles. Which I did like Dr. Sleep. There are people that hate it, but I loved it. I thought it was a great continuation to the shining story. And if it works, you can have the digital code. Win-win. It says it's expired, but it's probably not. So, free giveaway. Okay, Creepshow, which I have the older DVD version, which click out like that, and then you got the. Oh my god! Looks like a long movie. There's 41 chapters. Look at all that. If this is a miniseries, this is the longest Stephen King miniseries of all time. 41 parts. It can't be a miniseries then, because it's 41 parts. It's like, if you've seen the movie Trick or Treat, or watch Children of the Corn, not Children, Tales from the Crypt, which I think the Creepshow guy, forget what his name is related or is the Crypt Keeper. Like Children of the Corn is in the same universe as Creepshow. In fact, it's from the same creators, I think. No, it's from George A. Romano. My favorite zombie director. And Stephen King. I mean, if you want to know the kind of person Stephen King is, he's the person that said that the It remake is one of his favorite Chucky films. I mean, this Child's Play remake. I was looking at Pennywise when I said it. Hiya, Georgie! There it is. Interactive menus is not a special feature. In fact, I shouldn't have showed it because it says interactive menus and all the stuff I don't consider a special feature. And a lot of people don't. Then Creepshow 2, I don't have the TV show. There is a TV series. Season 3 came out on DVD recently. But I don't have Season 1 and 2, so I don't know if I want to get Season 3. But there it is. Creepshow 2. If I do end up getting it today, I'm not refilming this Stephen King collection. I'll just make like a little YouTube short showing y'all that I did actually end up picking up that. Are we still alive? We're still alive! Okay. Next is Shawshank Redemption. Which I'm like, huh? Why is that in your Stephen King collection? If you look up here, at the very top, I'm looking at it. Based on a Stephen King story. Even though it's based on a Stephen King like short novel, it's still based on something by Stephen King. So it's part of the Stephen King collection. In fact, all the Stephen King stuff I have on the horror shelf, it's funny seeing like Shawshank Redemption and stuff. And another thing I'll get to in a little bit, on a horror movie shelf. And that thing is Stand By Me, which actually has special features. You notice I skipped that one because it's probably interactive menus. Yep, interactive menus, scene selection, theatrical trailer. But this one has real special features. Why do they always put doubly mastered under the special feature category? Anyway, there you go. I'm not reading no more about what the plot, showing y'all what the plot is anymore. I'm trying to hurry up and get through this video. Anyway, Stand By Me. I think he died. He was in the original It also, if I remember correctly. I think he sadly passed away. And then, the main reason I did this video, so y'all guys knew how I had the Firestarter. Well, I have Firestarter with Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore in Stephen King's Firestarter. Yeah, that's Drew Barrymore. The girl who later on went on to do Scream and did a film with Adam Sandler and all that. This is one of her, like, first roles or whatever. It says down here, and that's kind of funny, they put starring in order of appearance. David Keith, Drew Barrymore, Freddie Jones, Heather Locklear, Martin Sheen, George C. Scott, Art Connie, Louise Fletcher. But there it is. Bare bones, no special features, but there's the disc. Okay, y'all are probably like, why are you showing that? You got Firestarter 2? Nope. I got the new one. You're probably like, oh god. Why did you have to show that? You said that your least favorite remake is the Children of the Corn remake. What about this? And the answer is, I haven't seen the new Firestarter. In fact, I haven't even watched the original, all the way through. I've seen clips and parts and all that, but I haven't seen the full film. This one, I haven't seen anything of it. So I'll watch them both soon and give you my thoughts. Who knows, I could be one of the first people to like this film. Alternate ending, deleted and extended scenes, gag reels, and more. Why didn't that one have special features? Universal? Wait, Universal or Sony made this? Universal! Why didn't that have DVD? Didn't have special features. They made the remake also in Blumhouse, which I'm mad about after Halloween ends. Anyway, so there we go. That's my Stephen King collection update. And I'll see y'all